Focus Plumbing, always at your fingertips.
If the military had dog tags like this, we'd never have to reinstate the draft. It's Trigon time.
Pow! This is segment 2. And I forgot to mention in segment 1, we make $1 million a show. $1 million, Lisa King.
And this is why you need to advertise your business or be here to talk to us.
That's right. You do. You know, that's a whole world that we have here. We have a marketing platform that you can come on board and do some great things with. And that's my pitch for the day. But we have something more important. We were talking between the break. I don't know how we got into this, but...
Random Jeopardy is what we'd like to call it.
Random Jeopardy. What is the difference? Maria, right there. I know you're watching the show, and you should be here. You know, just be here. What is the difference between hotel and motel? So, Maria, when you meet that friend of yours at the hotel or you meet him at the motel, there is a difference.
There's a dynamic difference.
Yes. Basically, a motel, according to Google, is kind of like a motor hotel. It's more like a drive-in type situation. Drive-up situation.
You can park right outside your room.
Right. Which if you go travel in the Midwest or in Yuma, there's all those little hotels out there. They got a pool out front, and you kind of drive in, and that's where the hunters stay for the hunting season. You pull right up to your door. And they make great props for movies when, they need someone to crash into a hotel room with their car.
Or die.
That's if you find someone in a motel, that's usually because their car's parked right outside the door. A hotel, of course, you park in a parking lot, you walk through the front, and you go up an elevator, and, like that.
Oh, and then the linens. It was brought up in this room that the linens are distinctly different.
Well, I must admit, being a guy that's been in a lot of motels and hotels, I never really cared much.
Congratulations.
Well, that was back in the day.
We also had a conversation about Thailand, but we're not going there.
We're not going to go there either. And don't go to the Bambi Club in Tijuana either. You'll be surprised about that. But anyway,
bring the penicillin.
Yeah, the penicillin. Yeah, right. Okay. We've only done 3 shows together, and I can tell we're starting to get really comfortable. Remember, our first show was like... But anyway, okay, let's get into segment 2. Now you know the difference between motel and hotel. I'm sure you're all fired up. Okay, Lisa King, hashtag the Black Widow, hashtag King Me. We have a new heroine out there. Not heroine, but a female hero. For all you educated people, the pilot probably shocked everybody. You go on Facebook, you heard about this plane. It's going to fly tomorrow, right?
I am at 6 o'clock. I'm so excited.
Yeah, well, engines don't blow up in the morning, only in the afternoon. But I guess Southwest, which has an impeccable safety record, I guess they had an engine, and we don't know why, blow up 30,000 feet above the earth. And actually, sadly, someone actually did get killed because they were literally, when the window breaks and you're that high up, believe me, those things you see in the movies, it's true, okay? People get sucked out of airplanes. I guess this lady did not get sucked out of the airplane, but I guess the damage was enough because she was near the window.
She got partially.
Yeah, and I think that should be enough, right? Okay,
right.
So we don't know who it is, family.
Yeah, we do. She's in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay, well, you know more than I do. You must have looked it up.
She's a VP of Wells Fargo, actually.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, that's true. I saw that too. Well, to your family, we're sorry to hear that. I mean, what are the odds, right?
Definitely our condolences.
Yeah.
And it's just she's had 2 small children.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Oh,
horrible.
What are the odds?
Well,
what are the odds?
I mean, they say flying is safer than driving, but, there's situations that occur, but there were 143 passengers on this plane.
Right at that
She
window.
was in the exit row, in row 14.
Right. Yeah, it's just amazing. But we do have, and it was probably shocked everybody because you just in your mind, and it's just the way we're all brought up. When you think of a pilot, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? It's a man. And I think a lot of people were kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
When the picture came out that we had a lady pilot in charge, and according to what I heard, this gal, she's an ex-fighter pilot, hey, she cool as a cucumber, and she put that plane down like aces.
Her call in was so controlled, and I mean, she even said, I'm sure you've heard the recording where she said, we're going down. We've got one engine. Someone's been sucked out of the plane.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm sorry, what did you say? And they're like, never mind. Okay, so you've got one engine, well, we're going to take care of this. But you would have thought that she was talking about the weather. It was just so controlled, and she just handled it beautifully.
Yeah, and, I'm sure we're going to see her flipping the coin at the Super Bowl this year, just like Scully did the year when he put the plane down in the river. But, hey, you know what? It's what's for me, what does that say? It just says what I've been saying for many decades, that, women are here. And the stereotypes and the gender types, like I said, and I was a guilty of it when I heard that this pilot had done this, and everybody's, the pilot's a hero. I never in my mind thought it was going to be a lady.
Well, and, when you start digging into her backstory, she was not allowed to fly for many places, and the Navy picked her up over 30 years ago, and she was one of the top, not only pilots, but she's a flight instructor.
That's right.
This is just, she said she knew at an early age this is what she needed to do. So, every passenger on that plane just deemed her a hero.
Yeah. Well, believe me, if I was on that plane and I wasn't in row 14, I'd be like, hey, you are now got a picture on my wall for life. Because flying, you're right, flying is so, you're on a plane every week. It's almost like, I can never fall asleep on a plane. But anyway, you just never think something's going to happen. And we have to remember these are machines, okay? And machines break. And, and another, just the engineering, a plane can fly on one motor, one engine. It can literally do that. Right. So hats off to you, Tammy Jill Schultz. Hats off to you. Thank you for what you do, and we love you.
Yep.
We
absolutely
certainly do.
So big props for her. I could only imagine how many more women, because of this situation, are now going to seek that as a career path.
Well, like I said, there's little girls running up and down soccer fields right now that within 10 to 15 years will be flying in those planes.
Right, absolutely.
And I just think it makes us just better in every way. And I just, as a father of two daughters, to know that, man, the pathways, now we're getting into something totally different, but the pathway is so open compared to their grandmother who, you're going to make $2 an hour at a secretarial pool sitting there typing stuff and some guy trying to squeeze your ass every day, to that and now the world is wide open. And we got to give credit to the ladies who, including this one, who basically threw punches and threw elbows to get all that done. And really proud of, I've said it before, I'm proud of, American women are phenomenal, and the world's women look to American women as their beacons of hope, and I think it's great.
Thank you.
I think it's great. So, okay, Joe Gamble, let's do this. Let's go ahead and end it now, because we're going to get into some hot stuff. We're going to be talking about drugs and college.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back right after this.